everybody.
Hi everyone, welcome to Geek Edge Chat. I am Shirley.
I'm Christy.
And we are here to review Hustlers. Yay! Finally, after how long?
I know.
So actually since Halloween season's coming up and it's gonna be October, and you know it's the best month because not only Halloween but my birthday's in a couple of days, actually October 4th. So happy birthday to me. I'm the best.
Happy birthday.
So our It Chapter 2 review is up already. So just Halloween season upon us. So I thought if you want to check that out, it's up there already. And I think our next review or video, I guess our video is a list. I was thinking that we should do Halloween horror / thriller, drama, I don't know, whatever.
I would love that.
Mixed in, you know how horror has different genres into that genre, and which was the best ones, because you know a lot of new movies came out, like It Chapter 2, Crawl, Ready or Not. Maybe we want to put them on the list now, maybe not, I don't know, you know, just I think that should be our new list for the Halloween season.
Yep.
Woo.
I like it.
I don't know which one to do, but anyways, yes, Hustlers. We finally saw it. We were trying to do this review for a while, and I don't know. I guess just life happens.
Nice.
But Hustlers is directed by, I cannot say her name. Did I even write it right?
Lauren?
Oh, is it Lauren Scarfaria? Something Scarfaria?
Scarfaria?
Lauren Scarfaria. I can't even read. Yeah, Lauren Scarfaria is the director. It's based on an article.
Scarfaria.
Is it? It's an article, right? I think it's an article.
Based on an article.
Yes, from the Hustlers at Scores. That's the article by Jessica Pressler. Yeah. It stars Jennifer Lopez as Ramona, Constance Wu as Destiny, Kiki Palmer as Mercedes, Lily Reinhart, I think I'm saying it right.
Mm-hmm.
Annabelle, and Julia Stiles as Jennifer. She's the reporter that I guess writes the story, or you know.
Right.
And Wang Ching Ho is the grandma of Destiny, which is Constance Wu. And Lizzo and Cardi B do cameos. That's basically it. They're not really in the movie. I mean, they look great, but they're not really in the movie.
They look great in the movie.
They look great in the movie. They're just cameos. They're not really.
I thought they had actual roles. I don't know.
They didn't. It was mostly just Jennifer Lopez, Constance Wu, Kiki Palmer, and Lily Reinhart were mostly the Jennifer Lopez was really the lead with Constance Wu. But yeah, they were really the okay. So this story is about New York City strippers who strip at this club. I totally forgot what it was. Do you remember the name of the club? I don't even remember. I mean, it's probably fake because they had to probably change names in the movie. So it's before the finance crisis happens in 2008 in Wall Street. So it starts in 2017. So basically, you know, they're living their life. They're getting that money. They're doing their thing. They're Constance Wu is new at this club, and she's trying to
alchemy herself.
Yeah, basically that's a good word. And trying to make more money, but you know the shady life of working at a club like that. You know, people are grabbing money, you know, the security or the bodyguards and all that stuff. They're like, oh, we'll protect you if you give us some money. So she's not making much money as a stripper there, and you know, and she has to work her ass off, and it's kind of sad. So yes, as with anything in life, they're always trying to take your money that you worked really hard at. So yeah, she meets Ramona, who's am I saying her name right? Jennifer Lopez's character? Yeah. Ramona's the top head stripper, and she's just killing it. And she has this dance scene that was damn. That was I think one of the best parts was Jennifer Lopez
thrown away. I was whoa.
Dancing.
She looked good.
I was
even yeah.
I was damn, she wants to go home with me. I was yes, okay, I'll go home with you. She was amazing that part. I was what? Okay. Anyways, right. So, you know, Cardi B and Lizzo and all those people are there stripping too. But then the finances crisis happens in 2008. So they're not making money anymore. Constance Wu's character, Destiny, she has to go back to stripping because something happens in her life, and you know, she has a kid and all that stuff. You see that in the trailer. Don't worry. And but they're not making money because of what happened. The Wall Street guys stole money, and some of them are not in prison at all. You know, they're stealing money and doing shady shit, but they're not in prison, that's the country we live in. The justice system sucks ass.
Right.
So they decide she contacts with Ramona again, who's still doing it at the club. They decide to do this scheme of making drugs, some type of drug, I forgot it was, like to make them forget, but also conscious enough to use their money for them and all that stuff, and that's how they I guess steal their money from them. And yeah, so that's the I guess the synopsis of the movie. Do you want to talk about like what did you thought about it? I don't as overall, or you want to break it up?
Like for me, I saw this
overall.
movie like an indie film more than like a big budget Hollywood film, but
Yeah,
it
I
worked
like
like that for
indie
me.
film.
Like I totally loved it. I love the fact that it was just really the focus was on a woman cast, really, and the cast was diverse. That was like legit so cool. I'm not sure who the original characters of the story like from this article were, but just seeing all the like Constance J-Lo, all these other characters, just a mixed diversity was great. I have to say the acting for me was really good. Like I thought that these characters were so believable. I completely have a different view of what strippers go through. I mean, I'm not sure like how much of a story of this story is dramatized or true, but it was like I didn't feel bad for the men. They getting drugged. I was like, girls, you gotta make it somehow, right? That, you know, life is difficult, and so they were struggling in this role of being stripper, but they were showing this story of just a real survival story of people just trying to make a living, and just showing how some of the characters really just loved what they did. You know, they really enjoyed it, and that was okay. You know, I mean, so many people look down on strippers and they don't know their story, and I feel like this story just gives you that highlight of like who they are, what they have to do, what's the struggle like. I mean, even Destiny's grandmother, I mean, the money was rolling in, and Destiny's grandmother but like did not care.
She didn't care where that money came from. She's like, thank you so much. It's like Missy Elliott said in her song, I forgot, was it Work It? I don't remember. She's like, it's like what, something about no shame, just be head of the game.
Yeah.
Like when she was talking about that with like, she was showing strippers in the back.
Yeah.
Like there's no shame in what you do, just be head of the game. And it's true because, you know, when you're growing up, you're just like with sex workers or like strippers and stuff. You think it's such a taboo that you grow up, or some of them were like you think all of them were mostly forced into it, you know, and they're like, you know, or they have to do that and stuff. But and you just realize, because I took a sex positive class in college. I totally forgot it was a women's class. I forgot what it was called. Sorry, it was a great class, but I saw documentaries about like sex workers or like strippers, and like some of them, yes, some of them are forced into it, but most they love to do it. They're sex positive. They love their bodies, and they know they can make money off of how amazing and great they are. Then why the hell not? And they can make like a lot of money sometimes, not all the time, because you can see that, but like, you know, and they just love what they do. They love their body, and that's great. So I like how they show that too, and you know, and how they say, you know, women's power over men more. You know, and it was very fascinating, and you know, but again, the drug thing, I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel bad about what those Wall Street guys, because let's be honest, they're stealing money right now, and they're not in prison. They're doing shady shit.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, they're all living their life good.
Right.
The drug part still was kind of an issue for me, because imagine that shit happens to you, where you're drugged and you don't know what happens to you. Like, they could do shit to your body or steal all your stuff, and like that part still was like, ooh. Again, I'm not feeling bad, but it's kind of like, oh man, that's still like, you know, it you just don't want. I don't know. It's just so I don't know. It's like very.
There was one character that I felt very.
That guy, yeah, who had the son.
Who had a son.
That who had autism and stuff.
He
that
lost
happened to
everything
him.
because they used his company card.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
That was the only very.
Again, yeah, I'm not feeling bad for what they did to them, and I'm like, but I was confused by the ending. To be honest, I'm like, so none of them did prison time, which is fine because again, those Wall Street guys ain't doing prison time,
right?
But like, only 2 of them got to do prison time on the weekends. Like, they must have had great fucking lawyers or something. Because I was like, what?
That's my thing. I really
it's just
thought
great, but, like, it's just weird. Like,
they had great lawyers. Either one, they had great lawyers, or 2, they had connections in, you know,
I was
cops
confused.
You know, cops probably go to a stripper club.
Oh,
too,
yeah. Maybe they knew shit about them. That's
right?
true.
So, I just love
that's why Constance Wu's character took the deal, right?
Yeah. I just love the tricks that they pull. Like, you just show how smart they were.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff.
Some of it was a little repetitive when they were doing the tricks and stuff. I was like, okay.
I found that entertaining, though. I found that really entertaining. Okay. But for me, I love stuff that has rhythm in it, and I felt that those scenes had like a rhythm that I could flow with. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And like the pacing for me wasn't too slow. Like I said, I took it as an indie film.
It's an hour and 50 minutes, so that's not bad. That's like, okay, that's good. I mean, damn, we don't have really good attention spans apparently. We've always complained about how long shit is. But yeah.
They were smart, and what I like, they were adapting to the time. You know what I'm saying?
Each
time they were adapting to it, and you could see that in the progress of the film, right?
Yeah.
And you could see their development of who they are, how they came together.
I like Constance Wu in this movie more than I liked her in Crazy Rich Asians. I think. And I really like Keke Palmer. She was funny as hell. And the other girl, I noticed that in a lot of movies now, people vomit now. A lot of movies, like what was the Annabelle? She was vomiting, and when something bad happens. And It Chapter 2, Richie was vomiting when shit bad happens. So like, what is it with movies now? And then there's another movie come out where somebody's vomiting a lot. I think it's nice, but it's just kind of funny how like everybody's just vomiting now in movies. True. It's like it happens. That's great. I like it. It's just funny.
That's true.
It's a trope that's coming back in films.
I thought it was entertaining, her vomiting and all
that. Because when you have such really bad anxiety, like why not let it out?
I know, because it's so much that we hold in as women, especially. So just being able to release that.
I know. That's the thing.
Film was great.
And remember, like in the workshop that we go to, that the people, one of the people there was talking about how like how as women we have to give so much of ourselves, but we're never allowed to like let it out, let our own baggage and our own fears and everything. We have to always be the giver, and we always have to be there for other people, but not really ourselves as women, and that's kind of sad. So that we hold up and we pent up so many emotions because it's like, no, you have to be here for me and all that stuff. Yeah.
And then I think they show that in a sense when they're shopping. Okay, so like shopping is like, for us it's like, oh, we're spending some money. But I think that was how they were giving to themselves.
Yeah.
And that Christmas party that they were like all came together and celebrate. They just knew how to give for themselves and love themselves. So I thought that was... They show that really well in the film. Because
they love material things, and that's fine. I don't, so I probably wouldn't be like that. But for them, again, that was probably a way to show that they give so much, especially some of them were mothers. Sorry. So that was their way of just letting that shit out, because women are not allowed to that much in life.
Right.
To live. Yeah. I like... Yeah, go.
I just want to mention one scene that was like a highlight and so funny and silly was when Usher came into the strip club.
That shit was hilarious because he was so stupid.
I mean, who did not love Usher? First of all, Usher looked exactly the same.
That was crazy. He looked the same.
But just watching them all dance for him.
Oh my God. No, I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
I would have been up there too. And I'm like,
oh, if you give me money, hell yeah. If Usher's throwing me money, I would go up there too. I'm be like, hell yeah.
Exactly.
That's the only reason why.
But yeah.
But what was that ending? So the movie was really good. Um, it was like, I just liked seeing women in control. I don't know.
Yes.
That's the saying. I don't know how much control they had, but it just felt like they was in control.
They felt like they exuded
yeah,
some power, even though, you know.
And I like
it was very patriarchal, the film, as well, you know? This whole idea of men
they
just having the power with the money.
Yeah, that they still had to give the money back to the
and
club and all
them.
that stuff. And in the end, they were like, oh, we don't really need the club. They didn't, anyways. But, what was that quote? Oh,
yeah.
The fact that when Constance Wu before was trying to get a job, and she was like, she was applying for the job at the store.
Yeah,
and then she had a GED. I was like, oh my god.
That hit you hard, right?
That hit me hard.
That hit me very personal right here.
I'm struggling. But it's just like, are you kidding? She was like, yeah, I want a job here, and, you know, I'll get experience and stuff. It's like, these jobs, they want you to have like a master's degree just to sell stuff. And you don't need it. And it's crazy. Or they need you to have experience. Or they don't want you. It's like, yo, jobs, hello. How am I going to get experience if you're not hiring people who need to get experience to get a job? Like, it's just freaking crazy. It's just, it doesn't make no sense. Like, the job market. And then I saw a job that said, you need a master's to do like an entry level job. I was like, you know what? F you, jobs.
Exactly.
F you.
What are they trying to do?
What kind of hell
us?
Shit is that? They do that shit on purpose.
Exactly.
So yeah, that hit me hard. That part.
That's the way to weed out people that are not going to make the effort to apply. So that's what I say to you.
They want the people that
even
have
if
money
you
and shit.
don't. So what I read somewhere was that men will apply to a position that only maybe 30% they're qualified for.
Yeah.
Women apply for a position that if they're 100 or like 80% qualified for. Yo, if you want the job,
just apply for it.
Just apply. Because
the world's not going to end.
Skills are adaptable.
Just do it.
First of all.
It is.
Let's be real.
You
can learn anything.
Most of you who have their jobs don't know jack shit about their jobs.
Exactly. They're not
just
passionate.
faking that shit.
You know? Fake it to make it. Girl, if you want that job, go out there and get that shit.
That's true. I need to take that advice more. But yeah, the ending, the quote ending, because we're going to wrap this up. What was the quote ending?
Okay, so Ramona ends on this really great quote that totally makes sense in this society today, especially how very capitalistic it is. It's all a strip club. You have people tossing the money and you have people doing the dance. And you know who's doing the dance.
Yeah, all of us.
All of us, really. So that was actually really like a really
that
like,
was like that
so
actually hit,
simple
like,
but really meaningful in a way.
It's kind of true.
Yeah,
that was a good quote.
So,
so the movie was really good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Check it.
It was fun. Check it out. So that's our review of Hustlers.
Yeah.
Have a great.
But before we go, we want to thank everyone.
Oh yes, we're over 100 subscribers. Thank you, everyone! Yay! It was great.
Great.
Yeah. I'm excited. Thank you so much.
We have a video coming up soon to celebrate the 100 subscribers. I mean, we're not like
like our 100 video. I think it is.
Our 100 video as well. So that's gonna be fun.
So yeah, if you're watching this, subscribe, like. Link below, whatever you want to say about Hustlers or any other thing you want us to review. That's it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.